Good morning, kindred spirits. On this beautiful day today, I'm at my base camp. I came up here to get my roof window because tomorrow and for the next 3 days I'm going to be working with my carpenter to put my roof window in on the other side of my cargo container, and also my roof fan. And in a new twist that I wasn't really planning on doing, but because I've been camping a lot, because I've been traveling a lot, because I've been living in my van a lot, I have decided to bite the bullet and buy a second refrigerator, one that is actually large enough to carry things, kind of cooler size. And I've been using an ice chest and a super small refrigerator. I got the super small refrigerator in the beginning with the intention it was going to be used as a freezer. And then as things kind of progressed, I thought, well, if I line a trunk, which is this trunk right here, I lined it with Reflectix. I got an ice chest that could fit inside of it, and I've been using that for the cool storage. And it has worked okay. The problem is ice. Ice takes up a lot of space, and I can't really stock up like I want to in terms of boondocking and not having to go to the store every few days. So I got a cooler. It's about the same size as that, but again, no ice. And for the cost of this cooler, I estimate that it's going to take me a year to pay it off. Meaning that if I bought ice for the cooler that I could have now, it's going to cost me about $279 for about a year, you know, give or take a little bit. The refrigerators for RVs have extremely come down in prices, and this cooler, this refrigerator that I'm getting is $280. So, you know, it's going to make life so much easier, and I'm really excited about that. That just means I don't have to do anything. I am going to have a box built for the new refrigerator with storage behind it, and also it'll be used as a bench. So I'm really excited about that. But today, I'm going to be painting, and I'm kind of gathering supplies together. One more thing. Notice my glasses? I now have glasses that are progressive lenses, so now I can see far and near, same pair of glasses. I'm super excited about this. And all I have to say is progressive glasses have come a long way in 25 years. I tried progressive lenses about 25 years ago, and I just felt so dizzy when I was walking. I just couldn't even go more than a couple days, and I had to kind of forego the whole thing. And so I got distance and readers. That's what I've been using forever and ever. Now because I'm traveling, and it just seems like the right thing to do. We have new glasses, yeah, so here we are. I'm really happy. They work great. I can see leaves again. And I can't wait now, since I only got them yesterday. So, and already I know it's going to be great. So now I'm going to plan to buy sunglasses so that when I'm working at the kayak shack and the bike shack on Assateague National Seashore, I will be able to see exactly whether I'm looking close or far. So I'm really happy about that. All right. A project that I have been working on for a long time, or strategizing on for a long time, are covers for my back windows. At first I just had a curtain that went across the curtain rod, and that was fine. It was fine, but not really what I wanted. Once I got the built-ins in, even though the windows are tinted, you really could see inside. And so that wasn't acceptable. Even you know, during the day, you could still see that cabinet, my water cabinet at the left, that under my sink. You could still see that under the window, and I really am trying to be as stealth as possible with a twist. The first iteration was I took the one set of the curtains that I had, or one panel of the curtains that I had, cut it in half. It was blackout on one side, so it was black on one side, white on the other. I put a Reflectix and insulation sewed around the edges, and then black taped the two edges together. I sewed it so that the insulation and the Reflectix would stay and put right where the window was. And the thinking was that I could just stuff it in there and it would stay. No. I tried using Velcro, and even though it said that you can have the stick-on Velcro on fabric, it really, in day-to-day use and in real-life use, the Velcro does not stick on fabric. I tried sewing it, and the glue that's on the Velcro was just so hard that it tore up my fingers. So now we're going to plan C. And I did this a couple of weeks ago. Actually, my carpenter did it. This material is actually what the inside of my van was lined with when I bought the van. And so my carpenter fit it to the window. So this one is the back one. So I'll show you this. Put it to the window, and I use Velcro, and it works pretty good. And so, and you see it's black on this side, and I'm going to paint this side white. So this is just a small note to just tell you that you've got to be flexible when you're designing things, and I guess that's the part that I like about it. I don't know if you can see some of the sparklies on here. When I was in the store buying paint, I saw this paint that said white glitter paint. Now it's in there. So white glitter paint. So I thought, oh yeah, that'll be nice, because just a little something, little surprise. When my doors are open, that there's a little glittery thing on it based on you know, where you're standing. So, but when I tried to spray paint it on there yesterday, I realized it is white glitter, but it's on a clear base, so it didn't do anything about covering it up. So, trip to the hardware store and try again another day. While I was at the store, I picked up, I want to show you this. I needed a mason jar to be able to store peanuts and walnuts and small items for my pantry. I just needed one mason jar. And you can't buy, usually, mason jars, you got to buy them in a case. And I really lament how many mason jars that I did give away when I was downsizing my shop, because I used them for bath salts. But then I remembered Michael's. Michael sells jars just singly. So I went there with the purpose of getting one mason jar. Another situation, and then I saw this little basket here. It's a metal basket, and another storage idea that I've been kind of percolating on is something to keep, like an avocado, if I have it out of the cool storage, so that it can ripen up a little bit, or an orange, or the vegetables that don't have to go, that are okay being out on the counter for a day or so, an apple and things like that. I saw this little basket, perfect. I clipped it to the wall, put a little clips in there that I had, and it's really, really gonna work great. So what that kind of inspired me to do is to take down the containers. Again, these were in my shop and I'm reusing them. Take down these containers and go ahead and paint these white too. My thinking behind everything being this light color is that I want my textiles, of which there's not much, and my little pieces of memorabilia and art, I want to be able to see them. I don't want those are the things that are really special to me. So I want to keep the background of everything, all the utilitarian things as much as possible, to be kind of fade into the background so that I can see the colors of the packaging that I use and see, or just the things you use in the kitchen. I prepped everything this morning. Let's get started. And I'm glad I'm standing on the right side. The paint is going that way from the wind, even though there's not much wind. I think I am going to put still the white glitter on top of it because I still like that idea. Just a little surprise. Subtle, a little subtle surprise. And so while I'm painting this, I want to tell you another project that that has to do with my refrigerator. Is I had to figure out how to run the electric from the new refrigerator on this side of the van to my super duper Pecron battery, which is on the other side of my van. And I think a lot of this stuff I'm finding, I just realized this today, a lot of this stuff I'm channeling how I set up the displays and did the lighting and everything in my shop. So I'm kind of leaning back on doing of how I did it there. That made an idea come into my head about just using extension cord. I was an extension cord queen at the shop. And so today I got a 25-foot, 12 gauge indoor-outdoor extension cord. I snaked it around the front where I already have some wiring going, up over my bed. It's going to go down through my closet, and then to meet the cord from the refrigerator. And it really turned out good. I'm really happy about it. I know it's going to work great. So that I've done. Yesterday I actually pulled all this stuff out and realized that I had to do a lot of planning. So I pulled everything out. I already told you about the paint thing. A couple other things came up, and I just decided, you know what? I gotta get ready to go get my glasses, my new glasses. So let's just pack it up for today, start off on tomorrow, and maybe even do a video. So here I am, doing a video. This is going on really, 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 really good. I'm getting ready, as I told you, to go see my carpenter Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Gonna be doing some building project, and then on the weekend working with Antique Outfitters at the kayak shack. It is going to keep me super strong. I really love it. The team is welcoming of, you know, an old lady like me. I'm loving being in all that young energy, all that creative, entrepreneurial spirit that they have. It really, a lot of camaraderie around there. It looks like I tried not to. I'm trying to just lay low as far as my schedule, how I'm going to fit that together with my nail services. I'd say that mostly I was just intentioning that, you know, it was going to work out okay, and it actually worked out okay to the even better than what I thought. Actually, it was exactly what I wished for. I'm going to be working every weekend, which for a lot of people, that might not be the thing, but I actually don't have much to do on the weekend because I'm not living with anybody, so I don't have a buddy to, at this point, just called, hey, you want to do this, and plan things on the weekend. My weekends are kind of every day, so the day of the week, it doesn't really matter to me, and you know, what day it is, and I actually see people more during the week than I do on the weekends. So, they also try to do the 4 10-hour days in consecutive order. So I'm gonna be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday every week, and that really gives me a lot of freedom to keep my nail business going until the fall. And also my other part-time job with Maryland Coastal Bays in the office doing administrative work, because they only need me a couple days a week. So it's just, I'm not sure I could have planned it. Well, I guess I did kind of plan it, but I planned it and tried to keep open at the same time. I'm trying to do this, you know, just a light coats to cover. Hoping it comes out okay. I'm not an expert by any means, but I kind of like things looking like they're homemade, in a good way. I like that it looks like there's a human hand to it. You know, I want it to look nice. And I can't really explain it other than when it's there, I know it. When it looks like that, then I know it. All right, it looks like, I mean, I still have some paint here, but guess I should have bought 2 cans. I always end up with paint, so I'm really trying to, since I don't have storage, of course. Think about this. Do I want to buy another can of paint, or do I want to kind of leave it how it is? A little splotchy, but it kind of gives it a little bit of depth to the thing. So well, we're gonna let that dry and see what I think about it after that. The plan is, the final plan for these back windows is I'm going to find some sort of decorative trend. I think I found something on Etsy that kind of masks that little bit of light that gets in around the edges. You can't see it from the outside, but from the inside I wanted something kind of colorful so that both of these back window frames actually can become like framed pictures. So I was going to hang, someone did a drawing of Imogene. I have a frame for it, don't have a place to put it, so I envision that I'm going to be able to put a couple of very light decorative objects on here, maybe even Velcro them to it, and so that when I'm in there, in my bed, I can look at some decorations. So, the spray paint, I didn't like the blotchiness. I really want to have like a white palette to be able to really show off whatever it is that I attach to it. So, we're using paint that I actually just bought for the cabinets. I'm starting to repaint the whole interior of the van again. I painted each piece as we were installing it back in September, and it was good paint and everything, but it was not a semi-gloss finish. So again, you know, day-to-day life in the van, fingerprints, scuffs, kind of hard to clean. Since I just used plywood, surfaces were kind of rough. So I'm in the process of, well, just starting the process of repainting everything. And I am, I'll show you my drawer fronts over there. I just got them today, and I'm going to try to do the my counter space today. I'll try to get that today. And then as time goes on, I'm still trying to decide what kind of backsplash I want. I have an idea. I want the backsplash to be very neutral, and I can't decide what I'm going to cover it with, whether it's tile or vinyl, not wallpaper. Just I don't want to fool with that, but whatever it is, I want it to be a nice backdrop, nice neutral backdrop, because I have my grandmother's secretary in the front, and it's brown, and I have done a sketch of a branch that I would like to kind of look like it's growing out of the secretary and kind of over the cabinet a little bit. So so that's another project that I'm percolating, going on. But so the back of the backsplash, above the counter and all, and above my small refrigerator, I'm gonna hold off for now painting that again. And I have a question. I take care of my paintbrushes, and the paintbrush that I'm getting rid of I've had for years and years and years. And so I invested in the Contractor Series nylon polyester Sherwin-Williams. And I have to say, I don't remember ever having a paintbrush where the bristles keep just falling out, and it's very annoying to be painting and then having to get, there's another one. I mean, they're just coming out. Maybe it's a process. I mean, this was not it was not the most expensive. It was middle of the road. I think it was like $15, $16 for this brush. And I'm not liking the bristles on it. So if this is something that you know about, I'd love to hear about it. So I've cleaned my brush. Again, I'm not that crazy about the way the bristles keep coming out. Maybe that's just, I just got to use it a few times. Hopefully that'll do it. But I am going to keep it in this cute little, this little envelope. I think it, again, kind of take care of it a little bit. And can't wait to put the pieces back in here. Be white. I'm going to put an edge around it. It's going to be really pretty. This part here I've been wondering for quite a while about also. I was going to paint it white. A little concerned about scuff marks and stuff because, you know, I'm in and out of the back of the van a lot. So what I'm thinking now is I'm going to use that for my sticker wall. So it looks like everybody gets stickers of, you know, collect stickers from where they're traveling and all kinds of stuff like that. I've seen all kinds of places for people to put it. Up in top of the cab on the roof. I think that looks pretty cool. My cab has this like flocked plastic up there, so I'm not sure how they would stick, but I like the idea of having them here because when I'm camping and I have my doors open a lot, you know, I just think it would be just a colorful little thing to look at, actually. And I got a lot of space on both sides, so it's really really I've never been a collector like that before. Usually stuff like that has ended up in a drawer, and I've decided that it's so colorful and so fun, and I don't buy souvenirs. I like to buy souvenirs that are useful. And so in this case, the story I'm telling myself is that they're going to be useful because they are going to be part of my decor. Yeah, so we're going to start on that on my next trip. I'm absolutely going to get one from work at Acetique there. All right, this is something brand new. I'm a little scared to do it, but I'm going to follow the directions. I have room for 5 of these cans, and I'm going to refill them using this connector. I've had the connector for a really long time, and I was just waiting until I used 5 canisters, which I guess it's because I didn't travel very much. It took me about a year, well actually probably 8 or 9 months to collect 5. So they've been in the freezer, so this is for maximum filling. First of all, I must be outside to refill, absolutely. For maximum filling, place your cylinder tank in the freezer for up to 30 minutes before filling it. Attach the coupler to your 5-pound to 50-pound propane tank. Attach your 1-pound tank, fresh from the freezer, to the adapter. Open the propane valve and shut it off when the flow of liquid propane stops. Turn everything right side up and remove the 1-pound cylinder. Repeat as necessary. Woo! All right, let me see. All right, so actually I turned it upside down to be ready. It looks like I got to turn it back and forth every single time. So here's the adapter. Whoop. Here's my tank. I kept all the little caps, but I tell you, they're kind of hard to get off, so I don't have it totally screwed into the big tank here, kind of adjusting it that way. I'm going to turn it over. And now oh, I gotta turn the gas off. You can see how not used to, well, this is my first time. Never had a gas. Oh, there we go. All right, so actually, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to take a picture of the close-up for you. Of course, all the dogs got to be around where everything is. I'm not sure how to tell. Wow. Is it filled? It's not making any noise anymore, so I guess let's... Okay, note to self, close it each time. I'm going to feel the weight. I guess that's how I can really tell. Oh. Doesn't feel, I wonder if they're cold enough. Maybe they're not cold enough. That's what I'm thinking. I'm going to take the rest of the caps off since they're kind of hard to do. I'm going to put them back in the freezer for 30 minutes. And then we're going to try again. Well, there's definitely some in it, but it definitely is not filled. I'm not going to put this one back in the freezer because I think it has some in it, but we're going to put these in and I will be right back. Take two. I just walked back from the freezer. I'm just bringing out one can at a time. Please, please, please let this work. Okay, so I hear gas flowing in. And you are supposed to hear gas flowing in. Let's see, let's, do I have a timer? Don't have a timer. It's 2:22 now. One of my magic numbers. All right, it's very faint, but I do hear propane flowing. Not really sure. Looks like I'm gonna have plenty left over. 15 pounds. And I only have 5 pounds here, so. Maybe I'll give it to my brother and sister-in-law and they can use it for their gas grill. There we go. I can't tell you how wonderful it is to actually see from a distance, leaves, everything just, I can differentiate. It's not just a blur. What are you doing? I'm sitting down, so you gotta check things out, huh? Oh, it's a beautiful day, isn't it? You even don't mind being in the shade. Yeah. All right, so I don't hear anything. Nothing's going in. So let's turn her over. Close it up. Well, there is definitely some in there. I wouldn't say it feels like a full one. But let's see how it feels. Definitely feels fuller than the first one that I tried. All right, I'm going to go get the next one. So it actually only takes a minute or so to fill these things up. And I just really use propane for cooking. I do want to say for safety purposes, I do have a CO carbon dioxide alarm in my van. It's down low because that's where the carbon monoxide is going to collect. It's heavier than air, so it's going to be down low. So I have it actually on the cabinet that I keep these propane canisters in, and right where I do my stove and do my cooking. So I feel pretty safe, and I always open up a door. And now that I'm getting my roof window this weekend and my exhaust fan, I'm just going to even feel even more safer. So let me see. Yep, done. All right. So that's the last one. That's it for filling the gas propane. I want to say it's another one of those things that was kind of scary. I wasn't sure if I could do it. I've been, waiting for a while to, get my 5 canisters. But all in all, it actually was pretty easy. And now I just have to talk to my brother-in-law about storing this for me or something. But I'm sure we will figure something out. And so until next time, kindred spirits, we're always together and sometimes we meet.